In this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to make your very first beat with FL Studio. I'm going to release a lot of videos after this. For anybody that wants to get the latest updates when I release a video, you want more tips and tutorials on music production, mixing and mastering, stuff like that, you should subscribe. There's a little button up in the right hand corner. It says subscribe. It's a yellow button. Click that button and you'll be subscribed to all my future videos. Okay, when you first open FL Studio, go up to the right hand corner where it says SS and open the step sequencer. This is your step sequencer. This is where you'll put all your instruments that you want to use, and this is where you'll add the notes for those instruments. As you can see, I added some notes for the kick. Now I'm going to add some notes for the snare. Add a little hi-hat in there. And this is just a basic little crappy little beat. But just to show you how to basically make, a simple little beat. But this is only effective for drums. If you want to change the notes, you would want to go into a piano roll. I'll show you that later. Right now I'm changing the tempo of the song. What I did was I clicked on the tempo and I rolled it down by holding the mouse button. Then move it up or down to change the tempo. Basically change the speed. Or you can right click and choose a speed from the menu. Now I'm going to want to open the control panel. Let's say I want to add an instrument. I go into packs, I go into strings, I want to add a string in there, so I click string patch, I hold it and I drag it and drop it. Now I can add a string there. Now I want to explain patterns and songs. That's pattern 1. Where I had the drum beat and the strings, that would be considered pattern 1. When you make a full song, you work in patterns. Pattern 1, if I want to make the song, 3 minutes long or whatever, I would stretch pattern 1 out to that long, to however long I want it to be. And I would click song to the left of the play button. It says pat, and under that it says song. So now it's playing pattern 1. Let's say I want to add a second pattern. That's my drum pattern. Now let's just say I wanted to add some other pattern. I would put it on a different pattern by changing the pattern here. Now I would maybe put my strings on pattern 2 and my drums on pattern 1. And then I'd match them up. Here's how you change the notes. You go into piano roll. You can find this up in the right hand corner where it says PR. And you'll use this to change the notes of each instrument you want to change. You don't really need to use the piano roll for drums, since you rarely ever go up or down in notes with them in pitch. So now that I added strings, I'm just gonna stretch that out, pattern 2. If I wanted to make a full song, see, I have them here. This is pattern 2 and this is frame 2 in pattern 2. I stopped right before the third frame, so it's going to be 2 blocks long. Now I'm on pattern 3, so now it's going to be 3 blocks long. But I'm going to leave it at 2 blocks. Now I'm going to match that up with pattern 1. Change it from pattern to song. Now I got my song. I got my drum beat on pattern 1. I got my strings on pattern 2. Let's say I wanted to add bass. I'm just going to drag it and drop it. Let's say I add bass to pattern 3. I would add it here. That's it playing as a pattern. Now I change it to song. So I'm going to add it to the song now, since I have it clicked on song instead of pat. So now it's added to the song. That one little note I added for the bass, it's on pattern 3. You can change the instruments in the piano roll just by going across the little menu at the top. And again, I'm just showing you a very raw way to make beats in this. I'm not composing a song here or anything like that. This is just a shitty little rendition I'm showing you, just so you get a basic understanding. Up here in 3x Osc, this is your oscillator. You can add instruments from up there as well. There's instruments in many parts of the control panel. You just gotta find them, look around and find them. I wouldn't recommend the instruments in FL Studio though. I'm just showing you this so you get a basic understanding of how they work and whatnot. I would get samples outside of FL Studio. Right now I'm changing the properties of this accordion instrument. You can change the properties by clicking on it where it says accordion in the step sequencer and opening this box where you can change all the different properties by changing the knobs. And just tweak it to whatever, whatever you think sounds good for whatever you're doing. I want to add an echo. I'll go into here, I'll choose classic echo. Now that accordion has an echo on it. I want to change just the overall tone of it, the sound. I can change it in here. This is different shapes that would mold the sound into a completely different type of sound.